All right, y'all, like you saw in the short, my dad had to go buy him one, and so he got him a new crossbow. So, we're sighting it in. And yeah, this is Ground Roots Outdoors. I'm Aaron Morstead, and it's great that you're here to watch this insanity. So, he went with the Logix, as you see. He went with the Killer Instincts Logix 435, and he went with the same scope I did, the Vortex, because he just liked the eye relief, and it does have a great eye relief. So we're going to sight this thing in, and if you guys remember that video, I'll try to link it in the description. You have to shoot from 6 yards, and then you back it up to 40 and you zero. Still not sure how that works, but it does. So here we go. And yes, it's really windy, so this might not happen. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta find a place for the camera. Anyway, whatever, dude. Bear with me. Trying to find somewhere to put the camera. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm shooting at the bee. Shooting at that wasp, the red in the middle. Trying anyway. So like I said, from 6 yards. Dear Lord, please keep me safe. Alright, so it's low, so we gotta raise it up. Shot number 2. Same hole? I wonder. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, well. That vein's gone. Just snap that vein. So that one's gone. Alright, y'all, now the fun begins. We got 6 yards sighted in. Now it's time to zero out at 40, which is what you're supposed to do. Last time, if you remember, I did this with my Vortex, and it ended up being like 4 inches high, which that's an easy fix. So here we go, 40 yards. All right, we're gonna shoot at the big white target this time. Okay, so that was low, so we need to bring it up, and that's okay. So
The windage is pretty close.
yeah, the windage is real good. I timed that breeze just in time. So all right, so shot 2 at 40. There we go. Need to come up.
Bottom of it, don't you?
Yep, bottom of the bullseye. Shot number 3 from 40. We should be pretty stinking close. Yeah, old foghorn letting us know he's here. I think that's there.
I think you got it.
I moved it. I aimed to the right a little bit because of the wind. So
I'll tell you what, you can't get much closer than that.
nope. Try one more, and then we'll get the. I'll let you shoot a 40 yarder,
Right.
and then we'll get it. Then we'll get it dialed up for 20, 30, and all that. That doesn't take anything. That's actually pretty quick.
The strings off.
See, that's neat, because the one time I did shoot one of these cranks like this, these ropes right here were messed up, and so you had to individually move each one, and so I'm just like, yeah, that's why I've stayed away from cranks for so long. But this is spoiling me rotten. There we go. this one's full and rotten. I think you've helped me make a decision on the next crossbow. I really do. And Grayson will probably be going down that same road because he likes it too. So, all right. All right, one more shot just for funsies. Then we'll make sure it's. Wow. Wow. That's dialed. Wow. That's dialed. And that arrow is getting her quick too. That 435, I guarantee it's that 450 grain arrow. It's probably doing every bit of 410, 405, 410. So that's still screaming. All right, I'm gonna go pull these. All right, we got it all sighted in, and now Dad's going to take his first shot. Which target you shooting at, Pop?
The same one, square.
Oh, the big white one? All right.
Where did it go?
It's there. Yep. You're in the bullseye, but you're just to the left.
Okay.
But you're in the red.
Good.
So at this point in the video, y'all, I had something happen to me that I did not expect. My dad asked me to shut the camera off and asked me if he and I could just shoot the crossbow without video, without, and I told him, yeah. And so just to let you guys kind of know what's going on is, my dad has early onset dementia and Alzheimer's, and it's getting worse. And he started to have one of those moments while I was making the video. And so out of respect for him, I went ahead and shut the camera off. And he started asking me all kinds of questions, and that we had literally just talked about. And we got the scope sighted in. He was still kind of, you could see where the gears were turning, but he just couldn't grasp what was going on. And but at least he had the mindset to ask me to shut the camera off. And so I did, out of respect. And so he and I got to shooting, and it was kind of scary, but it was kind of cool too, in a way, because when he wanted to shoot, and I told him, I'm like, Pop, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, I want to shoot. And it was neat, because the more he shot, and as his accuracy started to come back in, you could see where he started to come back in. And we got to talking, and we got to joking, and even kind of, and I'm just going to tell you guys, I'm being open right now, and I'm not somebody that just, that's emotional. I get angry sometimes, but I don't get emotional, and I don't lose myself. And we got choked up a couple of times in our conversation, and remembering things that just flooded into his head after he kind of came back too. And we were talking about stories about my grandparents and different things that, and him remembering some of the people he used to work with, and some of the people that he was in Vietnam with. And then of course we got choked up again, and so I got to live that moment with my dad. And my dad told me at the end of it all, he said, Aaron, he goes, thank you. And I told him, I said, you're welcome, but for what? And he goes, thank you for taking time to shoot with me and sight this crossbow in for me. And I was like, oh, Dad, anytime, you know, I mean, that's, that, you know, and I said anything for him, you know, and he gave me the crossbow. So I am now an owner of a Killer Instincts Logix 435. And I will be paying it forward because I have a good friend of mine who's severely needing an upgrade on a crossbow. And I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and give him one of my other crossbows. And don't worry, Grayson, I haven't forgot about my son. I ain't forgot about you. Okay? But I think I'm going to pay it forward. I think my dad would appreciate that a lot. Not a video that you would expect to see from Ground Roots Outdoors, but if you like what you see, hit your thumbs up. If you like what you see and you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and the little bell for notifications, guys. It was a bittersweet time to spend with my dad. And I love that old man. I love all my family. But when he asked me to do that, it was a no-brainer, and I'm glad I shut the camera off because that was time I got to spend with my dad. Love you guys. See you next time.